But as it is written, eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which God hath prepared for them that love him. But God hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit.
When we think about the kingdom, most brothers think of like the small, minute terms. No, but the vastness of the kingdom, the greatness of the kingdom, dealing with the knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and the information alone that we're going to receive when we get to the kingdom. That's on a whole nother level.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers, and peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashem Al Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. And what I want to get into today, all right, is a clip from the Young Turks, and they made some points, about a minute and a half, worth with this video, and they make some heavy points. And as we see things unfold, over there, all right, in the state of Israel, okay, those conflicts, okay, that we see, constantly escalating, ongoing, over a year now, about a year, and 8 days to be exact. Okay, this conflict has been going on, since October 7th, 2023, and there's more players involved. Things are revving up, and what's being exposed is Esau, Edom. Okay, at the end of the day, we're in a time of this devil, being exposed in every way. Okay, America, all right, these small hats, okay, this whole beast system, but on the front line, the most active, okay, within, this Edomite rulership, you see these small hats, okay, in America, okay, Amalek, all right, and Babylon the Great, okay, and for the longest, these devils over there in the Middle East, okay, the pretenders, all right, the imposters, they've been able to enjoy, dominance over, all right, these surrounding, nations, that they've been warring with, okay, which at the end of the day, all right, is they've been into it, those Palestinians, all right, which none of them belong in the land, okay, but as they've been back and forth, ever since those small hits pretty much came strong on most of the land in 1948, there's been constant, wars on and off, all right, and those devils, have been able to enjoy, supremacy, okay, and just been mopping the floor with those nations over there, man, those different resistant groups, okay, Egypt and, those surrounding nations. But now what we're seeing is Yahweh Bashem Al Shai, has it to where, these nations, are starting to swing, okay, the scale of power, we're seeing that the balance of power, all right, is tilting towards, okay, these other nations, man, all right, and what we're seeing is Esau is becoming vulnerable, okay. Now, don't get it twisted. This man is deadly. Okay, of course he has all this technology. He has nukes, which he's not the only one that got them. Okay, but of course, he has this technology, advanced weaponry, so he's deadly, but he's not dominating anymore. I'm talking about these small hats. Okay, so they're still deadly. They're still capable, just randomly, slaughtering. Okay. When it comes to just dominating their region, they don't do that anymore. Okay? And these nations are aroused up and they're chipping away at the devil, man. And he's getting to know it. And it's going to lead to these small heads doing something impulsive, All right. Well, this thing is gonna spiral out of control. You know, and like we always say, not saying that it's gonna be this weekend, okay, or you know, this month. You see, but eventually these small hats, okay, they just gonna say the hell with it and make a major move, and this thing is gonna go there, man. Okay, while other prophecies are brewing, you know, the civil unrest, the MOTB. Okay, everything is escalating, you know, at the pace that the Lord wants to escalate. Now, I want to play this, you know, get a few precepts, you know, just real quick, you know, Lord will. This is edifying.
This is the first time, Namna, that U.S. forces will deploy into Israel since the October 7th attack, and about 100 service members will arrive with a THAAD battery. That is the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense. Defends against ballistic missiles, so it would be used alongside Israeli missile defense against Iranian attacks. That's 2 weeks after 180 Iranian ballistic missiles really caused no damage, but as you can see there, got through U.S. and Israeli air defense.
Now, this is my thing. Now, he's saying that there was no damage done. Okay, but why are they needing to deploy more missile defense? And why haven't these small hats retaliated yet? Okay? You see, they were playing tough, you know, leading all the way up to when Iran, did that missile strike on the small hats. They was being super tough the week before. You know, they had struck 1,100 targets in Lebanon. Okay, they was just air striking about 7, 8, 9 days straight, just going crazy. Okay, but for 2 weeks they done set their ass down, man. Okay, so we're not getting the real news. See, you gotta follow. You know, we gotta follow what's being done, what's happening. Okay, not what's being spoken of, because you can tell, you know, he's been rehearsed to say that no damage has been done. They make sure they say that no damage has been done. But wait a minute, no damage has been done. You ain't hit back yet. You gotta deploy more missile defense. You gotta deploy more troops. Okay? Somebody gonna lie in a minute. Okay? But in Western media, you know, they present these small hats as if they're just over there kicking ass when they're really just slaughtering civilians. Okay, but you never hear about the damage that's being done to them, their losses, their casualties. You're not going to hear that, man. But the fact that these niggas done took a time out, as you know, that Iran put something on their mind, and it's just the beginning. That missile strike Iran did was still light work compared to what they can do. Not even 1% of what they can do. And these small hats know that. Okay, so they're around here tiptoeing and, you know, doing minuscule, you know, nothings to try to stay relevant. Okay, and they're deploying U.S. troops and, you know, the THAAD missile defense system. All right, and they finna go into it. Okay, and she finna go into it, and then we'll get a few precepts. You know.
So they have Iron Dome, David Sling. They have like this extra layer of like a satellite missile defense system. They now have THAAD. So when you consider all of the defense capabilities that Israel has, thanks to the United States taxpayer providing these defense systems for Israel, do you now understand how ridiculous it is when Israel, which is the aggressor in this war right now, certainly the aggressor as they're, you know, bombing the crap out of Lebanon, bombing Syria, they've bombed Iran. I mean, like bombing all of their neighbors, absolutely leveling Gaza, annexing the West Bank. They're doing all of this stuff, okay? All of their enemies don't have nearly close to the type of, weaponry and offensive capabilities that Israel has. They don't have the same defensive capabilities that Israel has. But Israel continues to position itself as the number one victim in the international community. Okay, constantly at risk, constantly dealing with threats. They're the victims. when they're the ones who have slaughtered tens of thousands of civilians in now multiple countries.
No, Anna, they had to.
So these devils got the Iron Dome, David Slings, the Arrow 3, the THAAD, alright, British, French, and American Navy, and Air Force, okay, for little old Iran. So you got to put this together, okay? If the small hats is so goddamn tough, if they be putting on, okay, why do they need all this goddamn help for Hezbollah in Iran? Okay, and that shit ain't working because it's time for them devils to fall. It's time for these devils to fall, man. None of this shit is gonna matter. All this shit they got stacked up over there, and all them missiles still getting through, and that still ain't the best that Iran has. Okay, they haven't even seen the best that Hezbollah has, man. And they got all this shit stacked up over there, and they still getting the top toe out their head, man. And the ground troops, forget about it. Trash. The IDF ground troops is the most trash troops on earth. Completely garbage on the ground. Okay? You ain't heard nothing else about this ground invasion that they hyped up. Alright? Them niggas ain't took a blade of grass over there in southern Lebanon. Okay? That's why eventually America gonna have to come in, man. The IDF, oh boy, extremely overrated. Okay? And hyped up. Yes, are they deadly? Can they randomly slaughter tens of thousands of people at will? Exactly. Of course. That's a $250 billion military they got. And motherfucker better do something. Okay? Because America has a multi-trillion-dollar military. Okay? And the small hats pretty much get the crumbs of America's military budget, which is still way more than most militaries in the earth. Just off the crumbs of America's military budget, these small hats are able to have a $250 billion military, man. That's trash. Okay? Because it's time for these devils to go down. So it don't matter what they bring over there, they still finna catch their L. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. We got that the other day, Psalms 33. Alright. This is Psalms 33 and 16 in the NLT. It says, the best equipped army cannot save a king, nor is great strength enough to save a warrior. So all that equipment and this shit that they getting shipped over there, all the aid that they got, all the money that they get, all the spy, they got the best, spy, the Mossad, they got the best, spy equipment. And that's why they're able to blow up cell phones and all this old bullshit. All this shit that they got, and they still catching L's, and they just getting started, man. Okay, it's gonna get way, way worse until no one, all right, in that land is there anymore. Okay, their whole population will be deleted. Okay, and it says, don't count on your war horse to give you victory, which their war horse today will be like a fighter jet, man. Or a tank. Okay, for all its strength, it cannot save you. Okay, so these devils, they're so used to just having this technology where they ain't gotta strategize. They just bomb the hell out of somebody and the war's over. They just overwhelm them, with airstrikes and the war be over. But nah, you see, the Lord got it to where these nations have been prepped to deal with them small hats, which is going to make America have to join this fight, which is going to bring Russia into this, which is going to bring China in, which is going to bring a nuclear exchange. This is what it's leading up to. Okay? And the image of these small hats is suffering tremendously, man, because they've been able to run under that banner of the victim, okay, and the hero for the longest. Okay, but their international image is highly tarnished right now, man. Okay, and that's a part, you know, of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai exposing these devils before he judges them, man. When the Lord judges these devils, it's going to make perfect sense in the earth. You know, because these devils are on trial. You know, and all evidence points to these devils, they just ain't right. From Amalek to America to the EU, all these devils, man. Okay? But Amalek, you know, is at the forefront. You know, this is part of the Lord's war that he has against Amalek. He has raised the prophets up for spiritual warfare. Okay? He's a spirit on people to call this devil out on all type of platforms. Okay? And these nations are being roused up to get at this man. Okay? So you read this in Isaiah 32:5. It says, in that day, ungodly fools will not be heroes. Scoundrels will not be respected. Okay? And this is what we're seeing. The ungodly is not being looked at as heroes for the longest he's been able to play the victim. Okay? And then when he goes to slaughter, he's a hero. You see, he's the one that's always oppressed. $250 billion military, but he's oppressed. And he's under, you know, threat of imminent death at all times. Okay? It says, reading again, in that day, ungodly fools will not be heroes. Scoundrels will not be respected, man. And this is what we're seeing more and more in the earth. You know, this man's being called out. Okay? You know? They're bringing up, you know, his record, you know, what he's done over the years. Because he tried to start it. You know, Esau tries to make it seem like this all started over October 7th. No, man, you gotta wind the clock back to 48. All the atrocities that and they've been terrorizing them people over there. Okay? They've been a terror to those people over there, man. You see? A complete terror, man. Great murder, robbery, man. You see? So now, you know, the Lord, hey, he's finna judge things accordingly, man. You know, he's gonna let these nations get their lip back before they're judged as well, man. Okay? So just want to bring that out, man. I heard that, you know, and just wanted to touch on that, you know. So the latest, you know, dealing with the war, you know, with this conflict that's going on over there. Everybody waiting on what the small hats gonna do. Goddamn. You know, that was October the 1st, the day the 16th. You know, is they gonna let a month go by? You see? Well, we'll see. You know, we'll see. All right. So all eyes on the small hat and how they gonna retaliate, man. Okay, and we'll see. But that fake tough shit, don't bring that out no more. You know, don't bring that fake tough shit out no more. Y'all, it's gonna be America that's gonna have to get it started, because y'all small hats ain't got it. Okay, Shalom.